Alright, and here's an update to the Bullsfire Airstrike. You saw before we had the gray scale prototype. Here's the final, not final, but color test shot. There's still a few changes on the way. But for the most part, this is what you're going to be getting here. And it's Swoop. This is their Airstrike from Bullsfire. Their first foray into the MP-esque Dinobot world. We've got, Snarl coming from Gigapower, and Fans Toys has already had their slag. And we already got a Masterpiece Grimlock. So we just need somebody to come up with a sludge. I mean, I know they're all planning on it, but we just need to actually see a prototype of an MP sludge, and you'll at least be able to have all 5 of them, even if it's from 5 different companies. Even though, like I said, a lot of these companies are intending to do all of the Dinobots. So, yeah, it's the same toy it was before, just now in some final plastics and some final colors, with a few changes still coming. Most of which is like paint related. They're going to use some better paint on the final, on the legs, just because the silver paint down on the thighs right now kind of chips a little bit. Again, that will be fixed for the final. But it's Swoop, and he's got some missile launchers under there. They do not. I like that they kind of have the missile launching detail, although they don't actually launch missiles. The sword can store back here. The sword back here is a little looser than it was on the prototype, probably because it's not painted over. But at the same time, the legs hold it in place, so it's not going to fall out. But it's a nice little storage back there on the back of the pterodactyl, pteranodon, whatever. He's got the opening mouth, and that's about it for and the wings. They bend here. There's like a hinge here, forward and back, and there's a hinge right here as well. So you get a pretty decent range of motion out of the wings themselves. And he's got the feet. The feet have claws. If you want him to stand up, you can stand him up here, bounce him on his feet like this, bring his head down. Have him be a more upright pterodactyl if you wish. Just a matter of getting the weight distribution right here on the claws. Knocked the missile launcher off. That's okay. So yeah, you can do some various poses with it. And again, I believe all those joints will be a little tighter on the final as well. So yeah, on to the robot mode transformation. I'm going to bring the camera a little closer in front of the figure, so I can do this a little easier reaching around the camera. So go ahead and pop the missile launchers off. I guess you can actually leave them on if you want. But, oh well. The claws up here move, and then these little guns also rotate, just as a last little addendum. Alright, so here is him. We'll go ahead and pull the sword out. Put all of his weapons off to the side. So on the back, the legs come down, and there's a little tab here, something that wasn't on the previous. You kind of slide them back, pop them up and slide them back. There's a little tab here on the black part of the, you can kind of see it sticking out, that little black tab right there. And there's a little slot up in here, up in this part, where you see this. And you take this tab, and when you're putting it together, you kind of take it, fit the tab in there first, slide it so the tab, it's hard to show, but it's intuitive. You just kind of get the tab under there first, and then push the leg down like that, and they'll snap it into place and lock it into place so it doesn't fall, which is nice. So anyway, and then you just kind of do the reverse, pop that up, grab it at the knee first, pop it up, and that unhooks the tab, and then bring the legs down. Just like that. Bring these down and around. These unpeg, rotate around and up to the back. Well, once we fold the back up, go ahead and, again, untab them. They do snap in right here. Bring them back. Fold these panels right here up onto the back. And that gives you the room to fold these up into this space. So these can store right up here. And you can fold them up if you want to fold them all the way up against the back, however you want to do it. A lot of shiny there. Or you can fold the claws all the way down like that, which is how I prefer it, just kind of stuck there on the lower back. The feet actually, again, slide out. These are much tighter than they were on the test shot, obviously. These are die-cast feet. Bring them down, open them up. Again, there's a hinge there, So you can see like that's down. That's where it's stored for pterodactyl mode. You pull it out, flip it up, and flip the heel out here. And there's his feet. Bare feet. The upper body, if you recall, is very similar to Masterpiece Starscream. So you want to come up here, get the wings out of the way a little bit, and you pull, rotate the arms out like that, just like so. Flip the hand down like that, and again the hand rotates down. Rotate the arm forward, lift up the shoulder panel. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Slide the shoulder panel out and then lift it up. There we go. Rotate the arms around. Rotate the fists around. He's got posable fingers and thumbs. Just like that. And then the ab panels rotate again, like MP Starscream. Rotate down and around, like that. And then these, once you fold the fist down, these lower ab panels slide in on this, just like that. See, they slide in right there to fill in the gap. You just fold the head down. Oh, actually, you don't fold the head down yet. We're still working on this. All right, flip these pieces right here on the front. Flip up like that, and then you bring the shoulder piece, I guess the chest pieces down. Flip them down like that. Rotate these all the way around. And something else you'll notice on the inside of these, there's a little tab right here on the inside. Let me see if I can't get that. Yeah, see, there's a little tab right here on the inside, and that's going to help lock the dinosaur head in place when we get to that point. There's a couple little slots on either side of the Dino Mode head right here that peg in there and lock that in. So let me slide this whole thing down. Come on. There we go. Slide that whole assembly down. And then you fold the pterodactyl head down on its hinge here. Oh, well, flip that down. Okay, actually flip that down first. It's got to catch. You have to lift it up. Then push it all the way down. There we go. You need to pop that in, kind of squeeze these panels together, and that'll help lock the pterosaur head in place. There we go. Just like that. And you see now it's not going to come loose. It's tabbed in up here. And then the dinosaur head, the robot head, it kind of flips up like this, and there's actually a secondary neck hinge, so you can actually lift it up and pull it back a little bit. So it's got a lot more range of motion on the ball joint, and it's not sitting like down in the dinosaur head. It does actually come up and back on like a hinged ball joint. You can see right there. So you can bring his head up and give him a little bit more oomph. So he's not like stuck down in the dinosaur head. And there is Swoop. And again, you can fold his wings back like that for his robot mode. Just gives him a little bit more compact, easier to fit on the shelf. And again, the missile launchers can stay plugged in up here on the wings, or you can flip these. Here are the two pegs. You can flip these handles down like this. There's a little peg on the back. There's a peg hole in his hand. You peg that in there. Well, just if I actually see what I'm doing. Peg it into his hand. Wrap the hand around it. You can hold. Well, come on. Couldn't have it pegged in all the way. Alright. There we go. Wrap his hand around it. And you can hold the missile launcher. Yeah, it's just a matter of getting it pegged in all the way. And same with the sword. The sword has a little peg hole in it that again pegs into the back of the hand here. Yeah. and then you wrap the hand around it. That's what I was doing. When I was closing the hand, I was closing it hard enough that it was unpegging it. There you go, peg it in. And you can hold his sword. So yeah, it's the same figure we saw before. The colors are nice. I like the blue on it. I don't know if they're planning on doing a red version. I know I think Fans Toys is doing red and blue versions of their version of Swoop. But personally, like, I prefer the blue. In almost all cases, I prefer the blue. Although I did see Fans Project is doing their Dinobot line. Their Swoop is red, and the red actually kind of looks good too. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, quick size comparisons. There is Bullsfire. Here he is with the large Voyager-esque Columpio from Fans Project, just to give you an idea of how he scales with non-NP figures. Columpio is actually a pretty large robot. And here he is with Masterpiece Grimlock, which is just about the right size. And again, that's a huge benefit. You don't have to give him any weird feet things or anything like that. Bullstrike or Bullsfire Airstrike. Airstrike looks much nicer just right off the bat with Masterpiece Grimlock. The colors look good. The chrome matches. I mean, he's got more gold chrome than silver, but they look like they should go together. His chrome is not quite as yellow, although again that may be something that changes on the final version. But even without that, even if with these not being the exact same gold, they look really nice together. So he'll be a great addition to your Masterpiece Dinobots if you're going for that. Like, I think it might actually be fun to try and collect one Dinobot from each of the companies and just have them all be slightly different in their aesthetics. But we'll see how it goes. Although, again, like, Gigapowers are way bigger than Grimlock, so you'd have to get all... And, like, even Scoria is a little bigger than Grimlock, so... Bullsfire may be the way to go if they scale everything to the already existing Masterpiece Grimlock, or if you're willing to drop money on 5 brand new Dinobots, either of the other companies. But Bullsfire is actually, like I said, looks really nice and goes very well with the already existing Masterpiece Grimlock that you probably already have if you like Dinobots. But there it is, Bullsfire Airstrike, almost final, coming soon. You can pre-order at TF Source. There's a link right down there in the video description. And, yeah, it's pretty cool.